UFC 300 was the best card I have ever seen. UFC 300 was unreal. This night started off with Davison Figueiredo, the God of War, fighting Cody Garbrandt. He won via submission. Everything is right. Everything is good. I am glad he won. Guys, please stop talking about Cody Garbrandt. Okay, no, but please start treating Cody Garbrandt like he's a legitimate contender, like he can be elite. Cody Garbrandt is just not him. He was destined to lose, and he did lose. So yeah, everything is alright, everything is fine, everything is logical. Then we had Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. And man, Jim Miller took a lot of damage in this fight. To be honest, I didn't care that much about the fight. Neither about Andrade versus Rodriguez. I know it's not the most like MMA hardcore fan thing to say, but I'll just be honest, man. I'll say it as it is. When we had Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano, man, you just gotta love it. Jalen knocking Renato down, thinking the fight is over, wanting to be a badass, wanting to have that walk-off KO like Sean O'Malley or something. Renato took that shit personal. He got up, got the fight to the ground, TKO Jalen Turner. I am very glad Renato won. He's a very likable guy in my opinion, and I really recommend you check out his YouTube channel. Yeah. Maybe we will see him on the main card next, and then we went to the prelims. Sodiq Yusuff versus Diego Lopez. This does not feel like a prelim fight, honestly. All of the following prelims, they all felt like a main card. Sodiq Yusuff had never been finished, ranked number 13. Diego Lopez just came in there, said, "Give me a minute and 30 seconds, and bam, that is it. Finished Sodiq Yusuff. Beautiful performance of the night. I don't know why he didn't get a 300k bonus. And honestly, Diego Lopez can become a real star if he gets a haircut, maybe. Like, he should really drop the weasel look. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this guy's career. He will be a very interesting contender. Then we had Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Everyone talked about the elbows, and by everyone I mean a grand total of 2 people at the press conference who were asking Kayla way too many questions in my opinion. But the press conference was fucking trash, by the way. It was the peak of just people asking, so what does it feel like being on this card? What does it mean to you being on UFC 300? Like, just stupid questions, man. Like, what does it feel like to be recording this video now? What does it mean to you to be criticizing our question? Shut the fuck up. The questions were horrible. Speaking of horrible, Aljamain Sterling, his fight versus Calvin Kattar. It was the fight of the night. It's the fight of the night you should skip, and in fact, watching this fight should be illegal by law, in my opinion. Nah, I'm just, okay, I'm over-exaggerating. Aljo with a good but boring performance. Calvin with the phantom takedown defense. This guy was supposed to have a good takedown defense, but he never really fought anyone that could really take him down. So, yeah, Aljo completely shut that narrative down. That narrative that a grand total of 2 people pushed. And man, even with 300k on the line, Aljo could not give us a fun fight. That's insane, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna hate on him that much. I feel like I feel like everyone else already has done enough of that. Who's he gonna fight next? I don't know. Does he really have the right to call out anyone big? I don't know. I would like to see him fight Volk. Even like at least if Volk loses, he doesn't get knocked out cold. And then thankfully, we had a much better fight, which was Jiri Prochazka fighting Alexander Rakic. And man, this was a very fun fight. It's performance of the night for some reason. I don't know why it should not be performance of the night, but it should be fight of the night, because it was a very competitive fight. It was looking really iffy in round 1 for Jiri. Like, he really got beat up there. Okay, he didn't get beat up, but he got caught clean by a bunch of punches. And yeah, he said, okay, Rakic doesn't have all that power, but still not good. And his leg also took some damage. And of course, you had Joe Rogan, Inspector Rogan, the first one on the case, screaming about the leg all the time, talking about the leg, way overhyping it. Like, he was pretending like Yuri's leg was split in 2 and was laying on the other side of the octagon while Yuri's just in there with one leg. Yeah, thankfully, that's not what happened. Jiri Prochazka then just decided, okay, enough, I'm gonna stop being a pipsqueak here. Let's just be a gigachad. Let's activate the autism. And that was enough to beat Rakic, to TKO him. I watched this fight with a friend of mine who is new to the whole UFC thing, and I showed him the whole thing of Jiri training in nature, screaming, being a gigachad and all that. And I think Jiri is his favorite fighter. First thing he did after the fight was follow him on Instagram. So, mission accomplished. Then we went on to the main card. Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage. And this fight was straight ass. Yeah. That's it. Why was Bo Nickal on the main card? I don't know. Is this stupid? Bo Nickal also, he got booed in the arena. He got booed by himself after that performance. He should not have been on the main card, especially not together with Cody Brundage. His performance was not good. It was like, if it was a school test, it would be a D. Like, you didn't do good, but you passed. You did enough. He did enough, in my opinion. Like, yeah, he got tagged a bunch of times on the feet. It was looking a bit iffy. The way he grappled him was also not that impressive. He just kind of laid on him, but he did what he had to do, and I think we shouldn't read too deep into this fight, to be honest. I don't think this exposed Bo Nickal or anything, and I think the hate is also just temporary. He himself said that he believes he's going to be able to turn the haters into fans, and honestly, I agree with him. I can't see this guy being hated for very long. Right now, he's kind of getting everything on a silver platter, but as soon as he proves himself, maybe has a war or two, establishes himself as the name the UFC makes him out to be, I think people are gonna love Bo Nickal, honestly. Like, he's not gonna be very hated for very long, I think. Then we had Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan, and wait, it's actually like raining outside. It has been raining for the last few days, but it's not normal rain. It's actually reported to be the tears of Charles Oliveira fans. Yeah, man, your boy lost. It was not a robbery. I'm not gonna listen to anyone trying to argue it was a robbery. Almost got submitted in the first round with his pants down, which would have been embarrassing. But man, apart from that, Charles, he didn't have that much for Arman, not on the feet, not on the ground. Sure, he could threaten the submissions, but man, imagine what Islam Makhachev would have done to this guy. Like, now we know for certain no version of Charles Oliveira ever beats Islam Makhachev. Honestly, retired Khabib Nurmagomedov could come out of retirement today and he would beat Charles Oliveira, and I am 100% serious with that. So Charles Oliveira, was nice having you, and I'm sure a lot of fans are very sad for him, which I understand. I know he's one of the most well-liked guys in the UFC, and of course I don't dislike Charles either. I just like clowning on his fans because my favorite fighter is Islam Makhachev, so yeah, you see the natural rivalry there. But man, Arman, I was really impressed by what he did in the second round. The way he got Charles on the ground and bloodied him up with the elbows. Not even my guy, Islam Makhachev, could do that to Charles on the ground. So that is very impressive. He beat Charles on the ground better than Islam Makhachev did. Like, I think that's insane, and that is not talked about enough. Honestly, so yeah, I am really looking forward to him fighting Islam. Unless fucking Poirier shit's all over everything, man. Imagine. Yeah, but let's get on to my personal highlight of the night. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Man, I did not expect that. I made a whole video saying, oh, rest in peace, Holloway. Man, I'm a stupid idiot. My video aged like milk that is already expired. That is how my video aged. So yeah, it was the fight of the night and the performance of the night. I don't really know why it's fight of the night, but I'm glad Justin is getting 300k and Holloway getting 600k of bonuses. Man, Max Holloway, he just kept tagging Justin, broke his nose with a spinning back kick. And man, the finish was insane. One of the greatest knockouts I've ever seen, honestly. Like, the way he pointed at the ground, as he always does, I was like, oh, it's not really that smart swinging with Justin Gaethje. You know, Gaethje has the power and you're basically up 4-1. Why are you doing that? And oh, he's out cold. Now, that was, man, that was so amazing. I remember my reaction. I probably looked mentally insane. I remember accidentally closing my stream, my legal stream, by the way. I remember on accident, I just closed it. I just went insane. I went berserk. I couldn't believe it. This was insane. And this Holloway, I want to see this Holloway fight everyone. Like, give him Pereira. Okay, but he can beat Topuria. Of course, he could still lose, but he can beat Topuria. Right now, he would absolutely flatline Volk. I wonder if he wants to do that because he's 0-3 against him. Like, honestly, if I'm Max, I want him. I want to KO Volk. And if I'm a Max Holloway fan, which I am, I want to see him KO Volk. Like, I have been traumatized by Volk, okay? I had to watch my guy lose 3 times. Man, I don't know, man. I'm still traumatized to this day by Volk, which is why I want to see Holloway KO him. It sounds ugly and all that, but I have to be honest here, okay? So, next fight, Zhang Weili versus Yan Zhounan. Yeah, we basically got 3 fights in one. It was a special sale. It was an offer. Yeah, the fight was a bit boring, but it was only boring considering what type of card we had and what came before that, okay? It was actually a pretty good fight. They just had to live up to very high standards. I still had fun watching it, and I'm grateful this fight was on the card. And man, but Zhang Weili looked like trash on the feet, man. Like everything was dropping or wobbling her. But regardless, she won. Jamal Hill really thought he's him. He really thought he's him. Like, at the press conference, all that stuff, and with the Pereira head. And Pereira said, chum, I'll make him remember this moment with when my music hits and I do the bow thing. And man, he made him remember the moment. Like, Jamal Hill really, bro really thought he would come out with the John Jones theme and perform exactly like Jones. Like, I was just chilling and I heard this like, champ is here, and I was like, ooh, this is kind of hype. Now Jamal Hill trying to say he's the real champion, and Alex Pereira is just kind of camping on his throne. And then Pereira's music hit, that like scary pata show Brazilian tribal music. And wait, I've been trying to work on that pronunciation. I think it's pata show. Is that how you pronounce this tribe? If there are any Brazilians here, please let me know. He came in, he did the badass bow thing. Jamal Hill was taunting at him while doing that, thinking he's him. And then the fight, man. Alex Pereira should get a bonus for gigachad of the night. He can share that bonus with Jiri. Man, he got kicked in the nuts. Herb was trying to go in between them, and Alex said, nah, bro, get out, watch this, and just bombed on Jamal Hill. Left hook, ground and pound, dead. 1 round, it only took Alex like a total of like 3 minutes, lasted longer than I do. Pause, and man, that was just so impressive. I had so much fun watching this fight, watching this card in general. And my personal highlight was Pipsqueak Holloway with his Monkey D Luffy hoodie, coming in like a nerd, and then just completely destroying Gaethje. Man, just what a great card, honestly. Like, I am so grateful to be a UFC fan right now. Like, imagine we were boxing fans. Like, we can't even get the top 2 guys to fight each other there. So yeah, thank you for watching.